Hello, YouTube. I am on here how rappers are doing themselves in with their own lips. How when you write explicit lyrics in hip hop, even though you may be getting a lot of money, called women, and fame, people on the streets don't care about that. People on the street, people that's in the trap life for real, that's really living the trap life, don't care about no money, cars, fame. They don't care about all that. But the rapper is doing himself in with his own lyrics. He doing himself in, and he trying to justify it. But you can't tell that to them people on the street. Okay, you can't tell that to them. But the rapper is doing himself in with he can be. The rapper can be anybody in the studio booth. He can be anybody in there. He write about all that stuff in the studio. Okay, but when he get out to the real world, into the reality, he gotta have a whole bunch of bodyguards with him because he's very scary. Okay, a lot of these rappers are not who they say they are, but they want everybody to think that they think that there's something that they're not. Okay, all right. What's the use of being in the music industry then? What's the use of being off in the music industry? The rap game. The rap game. What's the use of being in the rap game? What's the use of being in the rap game? You can't do both. You can't be in the streets and in the music industry and not do both. Rappers writing writing explicit lyrics in hip hop will catch up with the rapper. The rapper who's trying to justify it. He's trying to justify those lyrics he's writing and saying that there's nothing wrong with what he's writing. Writing explicit lyrics in hip hop does catch up with you. It does catch up with you. Then you got people who are brainwashed who go around and repeat these lyrics. They blind to God's truth. It says in Proverbs 6:24, you are ensnared with the words of your own lips. You are caught by your own speech. So rappers are doing themselves and with their own lips, and then they going on the radio shows trying to justify what they're doing. But you can't tell those guys in the street, those guys that's really living a trap life. They're not your friend. Because somebody gonna take those lyrics in the wrong way. Even though you may be getting a lot of money, cars, clothes, women. Only reason you get money, cars, clothes, and women because you selling your soul. Of course, you can make it in the music industry if you just sell your soul and do what they want you to do. If you just conform, of course you can make it. If you just conform and just be what they want you to be, of course. But when you don't want to do that, you can't make the money and fame and have everybody worshiping you. But writing explicit lyrics in hip hop, man, I seen it way back in 1996. I seen it. I see what go on when you write those lyrics. I see what happened. It causes a lot of trouble. Those guys that are really living the trap life, then they coming after you. But the rapper got to have a whole bunch of guards around him. He put himself in that position. And people want to know why the rappers getting caught up, why this stuff happen. Look at what they rapping about. And they keep trying to justify it. I'm just expressing myself. I'm not doing nothing wrong. The guy on the streets that live in the trap life for real, he don't care nothing about that. He don't care about what you saying. Those lyrics get you in a lot of trouble. I don't care how much money they bring, how much money. It's empty. It's empty. Writing explicit lyrics in hip hop will catch up with you. And they are ensnared by the words of their own mouth. You are ensnared with the words of your own lips. You said you're ensnared with the words of your own lips. You are caught by the speech of your mouth. Yes, they're doing themselves in. People doing themselves in every single day in the world. In the world we live in, people doing themselves in with their own mouth and don't even know it. Trying to justify something every time. They doing themselves in. We have a devil. His name is Satan. A lot of people think he's not real. They think it's funny, think it's a game. The devil is very real. The devil and his demons is blinding people's mind from God's truth. People are totally blind to God's truth up here. They doing themselves in every single day with their own mouth and they don't even know it. So getting on the microphone, rapping those lyrics. You may get money, you may get fame, you may get women, but when that rapper leaves the studio booth, he got to have like 20 bodyguards around him. Because guess what? Now he's scary. Now he's scary. Because you can be anybody in the studio booth. And hip hop is a cycle. Rapping about the same stuff decade after decade. Same old stuff. Doing themselves in with their own lips. They ensnared by their own lips. So when you write those lyrics, then guess what? And you try to justify it. They try to justify it. They try to make it look like it's right what they're writing about. It's not. It's not. And then they go out to the streets and then they got to look all over their shoulder every 5 minutes. All the platinum records on the wall, all the money can't protect you. That won't help you. And people continue to support it. And you want to know why people crying when something happens to these rappers? You helping them. You helping them. You helping them do their health in every single day. Writing those lyrics, that stuff they be saying on there. And then some young man goes out and repeats those lyrics and end up getting in trouble. The street life is nothing to play with. These rappers are going on tour over here, over there. The only reason they make any money because they cussing on the CD, cussing on the album. If you take all the cussing out, won't nobody buy it. Talking about the bling bling, the jewelry, and all this. Take all that out. You got brainwashed people in the audience. They blind to God's truth. That's why they keep paying for tickets. But rapping those lyrics in hip hop will catch up with you. They really will. Entertainment is not important. You got so many brainwashed people who will listen to these lyrics or who are buying into this. They blind to God's truth. Those lyrics don't help nobody. They really don't. They don't help anybody. Nah, those lyrics don't help nobody. They don't help nobody. All they do is hurt people. But trying to justify the lyrics that you're writing and trying to make wrong seem like it's right, it don't help. It doesn't help. And you got a lot of brainwashed people who listen to these lyrics and think that they're right. They blind to God's truth up here. They blind to the truth of God. Because when you write those lyrics, then when the rapper goes out to the streets, man, guess what? It's gonna be a lot of trouble. He trying to justify it, but when he get out in the streets, he gonna be in trouble. What he just wrote. Rappers are doing themselves in with their own lips. Proverbs 6:2. You're ensnared by the words of your own lips. You're ensnared by your mouth. That's Proverbs 6. You're caught by your own speech. And I pray God would show them what the lyrics they put out do affect people. But people who listen to it are blind to God's truth. So I just pray for them because they keep trying to justify wrong, trying to make wrong seem like it's right. Only God can change people, but I'm not supporting that. I don't support that. I don't support violence. Bye-bye.